Hey everybody, it's Deanna with toolsofenergyprotection.com, your energy shift expert and Akashic Records advisor. How's everybody doing? It's Tuesday night, and tonight I'm coming to you from my car. I know I normally do it in the studio. However, tonight there's been some events in my life, so I had to shift how I'm doing things just for this evening. This is the third part of Akashic Records, narcissism. What do they have to do with each other? What does that look like? So tonight I'm talking about narcissism, empathy, and the Akashic Records. And if you've ever been involved with a narcissist, you know that they have an extreme lack of empathy. They can't relate to you. They can't relate to the situation you're in. And so what that means is that a narcissist generally is a highly sensitive person or an empath. And they've had a lot of trauma in their lives, especially young growing up. And so they build up all these walls so that they can't feel other people's emotions. Literally, their mind turns off. And so they can torment you emotionally, mentally, physically, and they're just stoic because they had to shut off their own emotions. So how can somebody who has their emotions shut off or a wall built up, see the pain you're going through, empathize with the pain you're going through? And that's why if you tell a narcissist, hey, you stepped on my toe and it hurts, don't do that again. The narcissist will shake their head and go, yes, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to do that. And then 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later, they'll turn around and they'll step on your toe again. And you're like, what the heck? I just told you don't step on my toe because it hurts, and you said you wouldn't, and you did it again. It's because they have no empathy and it doesn't register. They know that the polite thing to do, the polite society thing to do is say, yes, I'm sorry I stepped on your toe, I won't do it again. But it doesn't register. So you might say, hey, Deanna, okay, that's great. Lack of empathy, narcissist, I get it. What does that have to do with Akashic Records? So Akashic Records is the book of life. It is every lifetime you've ever lived. There is an etheric or Akashic energy record that writes down everything you feel, see, sense, do, say, so that when your soul goes back to the other side, it can review the records, see what it did, see if it wants to learn something else, see if it wants to come back. And so you get enough of those accumulated on the other side, if you will. And when we get a lot of energy like we have the last few days with Schumann's and between 0 and 5 hertz, and it's expanded up to 20 hertz, that puts a different pressure on the physical brain. And when that pressure is there, it then connects more readily to the other side and into the records. And so if you have recently been feeling kind of like, oh, I can't stand this anymore, and this person over here, has narcissistic traits I've never noticed before, I've got to get away from them, or, perhaps you're in a situation like a gal I talked to the other day. She's in a bad relationship. She knows she's in a bad relationship. She knows she needs to get out of it, but she feels like she just can't. She feels like there's not enough money for her to, get out on her own. Any of those kind of things. The chances are that you have been in another lifetime with similar type energy, with similar type narcissistic players, and you didn't make a choice to make it better for yourself, to forgive and release and move on and live a happier life. And that's another way that Akashic Records relate to narcissism. So what does that mean? So right now, if you're like me and a lot of my other clients, we've been feeling really emotional lately. We've been feeling like we've got to push people out of our lives that are not healthy for us. And we're like, gosh, I can't do this anymore. And that's why. It's because you've reached a pinnacle place where you've connected to many other lifetimes where the same thing was happening. And now the universe is supporting you in getting away from that, in solving, resolving, washing it out, bringing it to neutral, bringing it to 0, and saying, okay, we're done. Okay? The time is now in this universe to wash out, balance out all Akashic Records that are popping up in your current life. This is, when we were kids, we used to hold hands in a line. And then another set of kids would hold hands in a line facing us. And one of the kids from our side would run as fast as they could to try to break through the line of the other kids. And if they knocked them over, they won. We called it ollie ollie in free, when it was safe for everybody to come over. So basically, right now, the universe is saying it's safe for you to come over. It's safe for you to dump the shit out of your life. It's safe for you to let go of toxic people out of your life. It's safe for you to move on and rise to a higher level of consciousness. That's what's happening in this universe right now. So either you can go into a meditation and connect with the other side and release all that energy. You can think about the narcissist in your life or sociopath or person causing you a problem and go into a meditation, say, I love you, I bless you, I release you across all time. And if that doesn't work, then reach out to me on toolsofenergyprotection.com under services. You can go under the about to send me a private message. And let's get together and make a session, because I can connect into the Akashic Records and I can diffuse and dissolve all of that energy, and you will feel lighter. You will feel like, oh, wow, life isn't that bad, or I can shift this energy, or I can lift this. I can do it now. And anybody who knows how to access the Akashic Records, clear that energy, cut ties, cut cords, release everybody. And yes, it is ordained by God to do so. People are like, how can you do this? It's not right. Yes, it is, or God wouldn't have been giving me the ability to be able to do it, folks. Okay? Bottom line. If it wasn't possible, if it wasn't probable, if it wasn't ordained by God, it wouldn't happen. And this is your time to either do it yourself, or to have me help you, or somebody else who knows how to clear the Akashic Records. Okay? And so, I'm asking you right now to accept what the universe is giving you. And if you feel like you're being pressured and pushed, I know a lot of folks are saying like, I haven't been able to deal with this person for a long time. It seems to be getting worse. What's wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with you. You're hearing the frequency, the Schumanns of the other side, and your spiritual brain is connecting. And you're like, you know what? It's not worth it to carry this dead emotional weight. It's not worth it to let this person drain me. They gotta go. And whether that means you leave them physically, whether you leave them emotionally and learn how to protect yourself, whatever way it is that you dictate in your own life, you have to make the decision, not me. I can't do that for you, but I can tell you that clearing that energy, cutting those cords, getting rid of those ties is here and available now. And a simple 1-hour session will do it. If you're like, gosh, Deanna, I can't afford your rate I see on toolsofenergyprotection.com under services, then call the bookstore, for heaven's sakes, 303-964-9339. That's 303-964-9339. For heaven's sakes, in Denver, if you didn't get that, send me a message. You can private message me here on Facebook. You can message me on YouTube. You can go to my toolsofenergyprotection.com and click on the about, and you'll get my address, okay? And this coming up Thursday and this coming up Friday. Friday is the discount day. I know it's going to fill up fast, but it gives you like a $21 discount on an hour, so you have no excuse. This is the time to invest in yourself. Give yourself that freedom. Stop crying. Stop whining about your situation and do something about it. And if you can do it on your own, you do it. If you need help, I'm here for you. But like I said, I normally would record this in the studio, but there's been a shift in my life. Yes, I'm okay. Thank you for asking. And I've had to change how I'm doing things tonight, so I appreciate your patience and your love. And I'll see you here next Tuesday Night Live, 6 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. Bye.